2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, they've fallen into the bottom tier of teams, but looking to make up some ground. They're going against a team that they feel they're more than capable of beating. And you look at the Hawks.
Is that a hawk?
Wow, that's not a healthy hawk.
Okay.
Coach Mike Budenholzer has created an identity and a style of play for this team. Some big roster changes, but they keep trucking right along.
But, you know, he's got the championship pedigree. You know, his time with the Spurs, remember those years when he was, you know, a Spur assistant? So now he's got his own opportunities, and players respect that.
Well, you know, they also respect his knowledge of the game, and, you know, he inspires them, and he promotes great team chemistry.
You want to give me that hawk again?
It sounds like an eagle.
Eagle, hawk, same thing. They got wings and they fly.
Yeah, more like a seagull than an eagle. Yeah.
Not really like a seagull. It's just not like a
If I go outside right now, 50 hawks will come.
Okay.
You know why? I'm the Birdman. I didn't say that all year.
Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. You look at the Wizards. They've got to feel like, guys, they have an opportunity to rack up some wins over the next stretch of their schedule. You know, they'll be playing a lot of games in their own building.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season. This is the one you get up for.
And now Washington's starting group. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Here's Dedmon. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. And Brent, coming up to the halfway point of the season, many things can still happen, but it feels like we're starting to filter out who the real contenders will be.
Yeah, I think we're right now, Kevin, in the spot where the tide is filling in both conferences. You start to see coaches shorten their lineup a little bit, making sure that they're getting sharper, getting the rest. And one of the telltale signs, Kevin, is that good teams are destroying the teams that they should, preparing themselves for the playoffs.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
He's off on the first. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be what will the impact of that bench be, and ultimately that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Count it. Good. Collins has got his first points of the game.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now here's Gortat. A 3 from Morris. And another miss by Washington.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. Collins against Gortat. Fader on the way. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Wall with the drive. The shot that time not on target. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, that one sticks with you for a little while. They worked so hard to hang in there at the end of that one and force the OT, and then to have it slip away had to hurt.
So it's the Wizards now after the basket by Atlanta. And yes, it's good.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Bazemore passes to Prince. Passes to Schroeder. He kicks to Dedmon. Fires from the wing. Washington with the rebound. Their last game, a win against Boston. Looking to carry it into this one.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
2 on the clock. Morris, no good. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Schroeder dishes to Prince. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now here's Wall. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Boston.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game. And at the offensive end, Gortat probably doesn't get his due. He's got a lot of moves, and he can finish with either hand. And his work on the offensive glass is more than capable.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And one thing that's a constant for Atlanta, great activity defensively.
Well, there's a system offensively for the Hawks, but there is a system of rules for them also defensively. So they did a good job of being in good position, setting themselves up to defend plays, to get steals and deflections and draw charges. And they did a great job last year with the addition of Dwight Howard being a better rebounding team. It's something they need to try to hang their hat on this year as well.
And it's the little things that Marcin Gortat is so good at that helps you at that center position. His awareness of space, strong in the pick and roll, and also a solid finisher at the rim.
Here's Collins. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Prince fires. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Prince has got his second bucket of the night. Wizards trail by 3. And with Gortat, it's those little things like setting timely screens or Greg moving to open up room for others that make him so valuable.
Kevin, he is deadly in the pick and roll. One of the best screeners in terms of his effectiveness to create space. And usually he's near the top of the league in terms of baskets that are created off of his screens.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And he makes the first.
Well, when you look at this Washington team, the strength clearly lies in that backcourt. Wall and Beal, arguably the best backcourt in this league. They are the engine that motors this team with their scoring and playmaking.
And so Collins nails both of them. This Washington backcourt of Wall and Beal. Last season, Greg, they were able to both stay healthy, and Wizards fans finally saw just how potent they both could be.
And remember all those rumors how these two couldn't coexist? Well, they sure liked existing together last season. I mean, they really carried this group when it mattered, and both just explosive players who are not only leaders, but they're terrific two-way players for this franchise.
Now here's Prince. After Markieff Morris's miss, Collins kicks to Prince. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He misses the free throw. And Coach Mike Budenholzer, a product of the San Antonio coaching tree, learned a lot in his decade plus as a lead assistant under Greg Popovich.
Well, I think one key for Mike Budenholzer is that he understands that the importance of the assistant coaching staff can really elevate the level of play for the basketball team, and that each of those coaches has an open door policy. You can walk in, you can have a conversation, you can gripe a little bit, and then try to build on something so that the team ends up better off because of those open lines of communication.
Now here's Wall. He's given them a healthy dose of offense each and every night with an average of 20 points a game. And Beal kicks to Wall. Beal drives in, and good, coming off the assist by Wall.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
Schroeder passes to Dedmon. Back to Schroeder. Over Wall. He can't get it to go.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
Scott with a screen on Schroeder. Wall dishes to Scott. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Schroeder against Wall. The drive by Schroeder. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Now here's Porter. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Back to Wall. Inside. Gortat misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The offensive rebound. Dedmon kicks to Prince. Now the dish to Schroeder. Here's Dedmon. Gortat covering. Dedmon passes to Schroeder. He feeds it to Collins. It's good from about 19 feet. Collins has got 6.
Nice decision making by Schroeder there with a terrific assist.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Gortat finishing it off.
A huge mistake letting him establish that kind of position down low.
The defense 101. Don't let him get that deep, and this speaks to the lack of effort right there. No better way to frustrate your coach.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. We often talk about how players have evolved over the years, but Brent, what about strategies on both sides of the ball? Where has that evolved?
I think the last 5 or 6 years, what we're seeing is definitely on the offensive end, more of a European style of basketball where we have passing, off the ball cutting, multiple times where the big comes out of the hole, which is the post-up area, Kevin, to the top of the key to be a conduit from both sides of the floor. That draws the whole line of defense up and creates opportunities behind the play. If we go to the defensive end, Kev, that's all about switching. Versatility on the defensive end comes from switching, swarming defenses, and that's where teams are trending to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Frazier dishes to Scott. Taylor against Frazier. Pass to Mahimi. Over Plumlee. And it's off the back rim. No good. Atlanta leading by 6. Delaney kicks to Taylor. Oubre pulls it in.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Meeks passes to Frazier. And Jody Meeks gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Hawks have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Well, Kevin, I talked to him about the shot blockers they face in this matchup. He said if we can play a little more up-tempo and score before their bigs can recover and get set, that'll help. Also putting them on the move in half-court sets, whether ball screens or screen and roll, can help as well. We'll see if his team executes his game plan, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
Move shot.
That's good from Meeks. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Atlanta leading by 5. Bembry kicks to Muscala. There's the pick. A floater and the rejection by Mahimi. Now here's Oubre. Not a lot of room. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Delaney, the pass to Taylor. Now Plumlee. Last time 14 points for him. Bembry misses. Now here's Oubre, drilled from 11 feet out. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Delaney kicks to Bembry. Here's Muscala. Tries yet again, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 3.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Frazier dishes to Mahimi. And Scott has it in the corner. Frazier outside. Goes back up. Here's Mahimi. Kicks it to Frazier. Over in the corner, Meeks lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land. Meeks got the game tied up here for Washington. The Hawks shooting 45% from the field early. Taylor passes to Plumlee. 1:49 left here in the opening quarter. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bembry. 8 points his last outing. Here's Muscala, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass. Slight change in the Hawks in terms of the front office responsibilities, as Coach Mike Budenholzer had been running the show, but he relinquished those responsibilities as Travis Schlenk came from the Golden State Warriors to head up the general manager's position.
That's good from Muscala. And Brent, do you like the move for the Hawks, bringing in a new head of basketball operations?
Well, I think Mike Budenholzer, you could see in his reaction to them hiring a new general manager that he was just fine with that. He's a coach. That's all he wants to do is coach. Now he's going to have a chance to coach.
Now here's Frazier. His last outing, he had 8 points. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Delaney, the pass to Taylor. Muscala dishes to Plumlee. Good on the shot. And the Hawks lead by 3.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Frazier. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Now, here's Meeks. Defense right on him. Scott, good.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
And stolen by Scott. Pass to Meeks. All alone. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First one falls for him. That one is no good. Washington's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Frazier with it. To the middle. Wants to get it to Meeks and does.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Bembry. Buries it down low. Bembry's got his second basket of the game. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hawks lead by 1 and will return shortly. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Washington, Markieff Morris is out there with Mahinmi. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then there's Frazier. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Brent, coming down the stretch of a tight game, some coaches like to substitute for offense and defense. Others don't. What would be your preference if you were coaching?
I think the idea has to totally do with matchups, Kevin. You're looking out on the floor. If all of a sudden the guy you want with the ball has a mismatch or an advantage, I'm going to stay away from any sort of timeout to give a coach 60 seconds to talk about something that he could probably shut down. I might not be able to be as creative as what's just happened in the flow of the game, and I'll trust my player to make the right play for me at that time.
And he makes the first. And so Meeks nails both of them. The Hawks trail it. Taylor kicks to Muscala. The pass to Bembry. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Atlanta.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner 3. And when they have, D's been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Frazier against Taylor. Frazier kicks to Mahinmi, and it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
Here's Taylor after the basket by Washington. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Passes it to Delaney. They set the pick. Meeks with the steal. Down low. Atlanta with the rebound. Muscala's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Delaney. Here's Taylor. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Frazier against Taylor. Now Morris. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Celtics in Boston. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, a dramatic offensive regression for the Hawks over the last few seasons.
Well, they really just didn't have the shooting that they've had in the years past. And I would tell you, under Mike Budenholzer's system, it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of getting to know one another to be very, very sharp in what is a very systematic way of playing. So lots of turnovers and bad shooting are a reflection of these guys not understanding fully what they need to do.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
There's the pick. Collins passes to Prince. Second shot opportunity. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Hawks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. On the free throw, no good. For Washington, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Wall dishes to Morris. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Wall. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in. Wall's got his second bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Schroeder. 23 points for him the last game against Dallas.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Wizards leading by 3. And Beal kicks to Morris. Over Collins. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 6 points for Markieff Morris. Schroeder passes to Dedmon. Here's Bazemore. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
There he is, the product out of Kelford, North Carolina. Kent Bazemore has come a very long way during his short time in the NBA. Speaking of Kelford, that's got to be one of those places where everybody knows who you are. And Bazemore has that easygoing vibe when you get a chance to meet him.
And he knocks down the first one. And hard scrabble beginnings for Bazemore. Winners without heat. His mom worked 3 jobs to support the family. But what a success story for Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, an incredible story. You can see the work ethic that Kent Bazemore has and how those things have paid off for him. This is a guy who went undrafted, waited for an opportunity, and then pounced on it. The thing is with Kent Bazemore now, are you the type of player who wants to spend the money that you've earned, or do you want to earn the money that you've been given?
The Hawks trail by 4. Prince outside. Collins, a screen on Beal. Shoots from 12. The Hawks again can't hit. The Wizards have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Rob. Let's go. The Hawks again can't hit.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by John Wall. The drive by Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Wall dishes to Porter. Intercepted. Schroeder against Wall. Schroeder right side. Collins, good. Collins has got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit to Schroeder for overcoming that aggressive defense.
Now here's Wall. He has 5. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And the vision and understanding Wall has in pick and roll situations is second to none. So many of his teammates have become better shooters because of Wall's perfect passes out of that set.
So it's the Hawks now after the basket by Washington. Prince, right side. Morris with the block. Now here's Wall. He dishes it to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Takes a 3. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Now here's Beal. A 24-point outing in their last game against Boston. Hey, Brent, you went from player to announcer. What different aspect of the game do you notice now watching it from the booth?
You know, I think it's great just to have the perspective when I'm able to sit courtside, Kevin, and watch everything that goes on outside the play. The reaction from coaches to players and their demeanor, whether they're carrying out their assignments, watch guys on the bench. So much more emotion I can catch sitting on the sidelines next to you.
I bet.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
And Morris drops them both.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
The putback. Here's Dedmon. Gortat with the block. Schroeder against Wall. Here's Gortat. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 7 rebounds in the game. The Hawks trail by 4. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. There's the pick to the right side. Here's Schroeder. Gortat with the defensive effort.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now here's Beal. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. 6 to shoot. Morris drains the 19-footer. Morris has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Schroeder. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's Prince. Looking to end the drought. And it's sent back by Morris.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And now with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. The Hawks trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
From deep, Prince. It's good from long range. Prince has got 8.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Porter. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And there's the contact on the jam. He gets the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
The Wizards have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Mike Scott's checked in for Porter. And Morris drops them both.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Collins, a screen on Wall. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Schroeder.
And Schroeder, just one of those guys with his speed, extremely difficult to guard. He gets the screen, uses the quickness, advantage, Dennis Schroeder.
Gortat with the screen for Morris. Here's Wall. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Schroeder passes to Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist in the game. Wizards leading by 3. Wall dishes to Morris. In the corner, Gortat with it. Launches it. Rebound by the Hawks. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The Hawks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Prince kicks to Collins. Goes back up. He lays it in. Collins has got 14 points for the game.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Morris with the screen for Wall. Over to the wing. Outside Beal. And there's the feed to Wall. Here's Scott. A three-pointer is right on target. Scott's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Atlanta calls timeout. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Kelly Oubre comes in for Markieff Morris. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Beal. And it's Frazier in for John Wall. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Delaney. Wizards have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Frazier the pass to Oubre. It's Scott on the wing. Inside. Here's Mahimi. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. There's a good screen. Launches a 3. They grab their own miss, and it's blocked by Scott. Meek's on the wing. 8 points for him. Yep, that one goes in there.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's Taylor. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Washington leading now by 7. 40 seconds left in the first half. Plumlee with the steal.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Working the clock is one element, but you also want to get as good a shot as you can. Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
There's the pick. Fades away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's Washington heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Big-time play throughout the first half by Markieff Morris. He had 14 points, 4 block shots, and 5 rebounds. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
And now the third quarter about to get going. We've seen Markieff Morris really having a great game.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
The second half just about to get going here. The Hawks trail by 7. Schroeder and Bazemore are in the backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Collins, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Schroeder. That's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Bazemore. He's covered by Beal.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
And he's just working and working and working. Tireless.
Beal with it. He's covered by Bazemore. Here's Gortat. And here's Schroeder. This is to Prince. Can't connect from short range.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead. And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
The Hawks trail it. Bazemore dishes to Prince. Feeds it to Schroeder. Here's Collins. The Hawks again can't hit. For Washington, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Wall passes to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 6 assists here tonight.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Now here's Schroeder. Looking to end his cold spell. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 10 points for Prince.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
Morris with a screen on Schroeder. And Wall kicks to Morris. The kick out to Porter. Takes the 3. But they get it back. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
Free throw good. Porter. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Hawks trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 13 points for Prince. The Wizards have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Wall dishes to Morris. Back to Wall. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Prince kicks it over to Schroeder. Over Morris. And it's Schroeder missing.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Bucket is good.
And how about Wall? Just phenomenal at taking it to the defense with that lightning quick first step.
Here's Collins. Following the basket by John Wall. Schroeder against Wall. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
And the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
Here's Beal after the basket by Atlanta. Back to Gortat. He kicks it to Beal. Out to the wing. Goes up the baseline. Gortat. Rebound Atlanta. Dedmon's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Prince. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A moment now to see the numbers for John Wall. 9th in assists, 12th in steals, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Wizards leading by 3. Beal with it. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the left wing. Here's Schroeder. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And Dennis Schroeder, a full-time starter for the first time just last season, upped his scoring average to around 18 points a game, but they really turned the keys over to what it was that they were going to do behind Dennis Schroeder and his ability. At the same time, it was the best shooting percentages he had in his very young career.
Schroeder hits them both. And Schroeder can score. He also averaged about 6 assists a game last season.
Well, the balance between scoring and passing in the first season as Schroeder being a first-time starter for his ball club is something that he needs to work on. That tends to point, Kevin, towards leadership, and the Hawks would like to see more of that.
The dish to Bazemore. He feeds it to Dedmon. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Schroeder. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Prince against Morris for the lead. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Porter. And again, Washington, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Another miss by Prince. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
No good on the second free throw.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Beal's shot is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And Washington making a change here. Mahimi's checked in. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bazemore passes to Collins. Schroeder against Wall. Kicks to Prince. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Prince has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Atlanta. Wall against Schroeder. Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Gortat dishes to Mahimi. Dedmon with the block.
They've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man.
Collins a screen on Porter. Schroeder outside. Teardrop shot. The shot no good. Gortat with the defensive effort. Schroeder against Wall. It's Beal on the wing. Outside Porter. Back to Mahimi. 6 to shoot. Here's Wall. And that one is off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Schroeder kicks to Prince. Shoots over Beal. Another miss by Prince.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Scotty's checked in for Gortat. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Tim Frazier subbed in for John Wall. Now here's Taylor. It's good. Muscala's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And finished off by Scott.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And Plumlee kicks to Delaney. Plumlee with the screen. They set the pick. Here's Bembry. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. A second chance effort. Here's Plumlee. And at last they get one to fall. Plumlee's got his second basket. Frazier against Taylor. Oubre passes to Mahinmi. Plumlee with some nice D.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now here's Taylor. He can't get that one to fall.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Frazier. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Tim Frazier, and drafted out of Penn State, but as a rookie in the D-League, he won the league's MVP award back in 2015.
Well, he had a sensational year that year, and he's gotten some good looks. Philadelphia and Portland, time in New Orleans, but deserving a shot at the NBA at 6'1". This guy is just a scrapper and plays with tremendous confidence.
And the first one at the line is good. And Frazier drops them both. The Hawks trailing. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Rebound by Mahinmi.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Now here's Oubre. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Nice ball movement by Washington. And Frazier with the basket on the assist by Oubre. Frazier's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Now here is Muscala, defended by Scott. Here's Frazier. Knocked away. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Bembry. Here's Plumlee. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Plumlee's got 6 points. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Frazier kicks to Mahinmi. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Pass to Muscala. Here's Delaney. defended by Scott.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
Frazier kicks to Oubre. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And a chance now to review the shot chart for Atlanta.
And every time he's pulled up from deep and let it fly, it's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release or the defense is bothering him on his threes, but I would expect him to attack the rim a bit just to kind of mix things up.
1:27 left in the third quarter. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. They set the screen for the tie. Bembry misses.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Free throw, good. Oubre. And Atlanta has possession. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. They set the pick. Now the pass to Bembry. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bembry. Jumper off the screen. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bembry's got his third bucket of the night. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Passes it to Meeks. He dishes it to Mahimi. Good work there as it goes. Mahimi's got 8 points. The Hawks trail by 5. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Delaney. Shoots over Meeks. Delaney no good. Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Meeks passes to Scott. Back to Meeks. And there's the feed to Scott. Frazier outside. This one for 3. That shot off. And we've reached the end of the third. Washington out in front. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, and I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Ian Mahimi. Oubre out there with Morris. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Frazier in at the 1 spot. Now, here is Muscala over Morris. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket for Muscala.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Frazier dishes to Morris. It's stolen by Taylor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
He really takes off, just never looks back.
Yeah, by the time anyone even thinks of chasing him, he's gone.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. And so it's Washington with it after the basket by Atlanta. Frazier kicks to Oubre. He's looking for Mahimi and finds him. Lock at 6. Here's Frazier. Rebounded by the Hawks. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Delaney. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Wizards shooting the ball at 42%. The 10-footer. Rebound by the Hawks. Plumlee's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Here's Muscala. And it's off from 3-point range. The Wizards have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. The Wizards with another miss.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
So both teams making some changes here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. We got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Dishes to Bazemore. Feeds to Schroeder. Pass to Dedmon. Looking to get it going. Wall with a block. And he's able to get it back. Prince in the corner. Puts up a 3. It's good from long range. Prince has got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Schroeder against Wall. Morris passes to Gortat. Beal from long range. Gortat inside. Porter in the corner. Free throw good. Porter. And Porter drops them both. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Here's Dedmon. Gortat covering. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Wow, how about that? Remarkable verts there from Schroeder as he skies high for an impressive dunk.
Now here's Beal. Defense is right there. Beal with the screen for Gortat. Outside Porter. Shot clock at 5. Dedmon with the block. Now Bazemore. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
To the inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, nice feed from Wall, paving the way for that bucket. That's always his first thought. Find the best shot possible on every trip, whether he has to take it himself or create for a teammate.
That one misses. Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Prince. The rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. The kick out to Wall. It's Porter outside, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's now 10 points for Otto Porter Jr. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. The dish to Bazemore. They set the pick. Now here's Prince. It's stolen by Morris. And here is Gortat. Wall attacking. Tries it from 9. Morris with the bucket. And now a 4-point Washington lead.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Over to the left wing. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. To halt the run. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Porter can't get that one to fall. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Here's Beal. Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Morris. He feeds it to Beal. Clock at 6. Knocked away. And stolen by Bazemore. Here's Schroeder. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And really, Bazemore has terrific defensive instincts. The more he plays, the better those will get.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know, he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
That one misses for Schroeder. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Wall against Schroeder. Dedmon with the block. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Schroeder leading the charge. Kicks to Dedmon. Prince outside. Collins a screen on Beal. Here's Prince. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Washington the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Porter. In the corner, Gortat with it. Outside, Wall. Beal from long range. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Schroeder kicks to Collins. Collins a screen on Porter. Hawks passing it around. From the baseline. Kept alive. Dedmon's shot is off. Washington leading now by 5. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Off target with his 3. Wall against Schroeder. The pass to Collins. Wide open. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Beal with it. Morris with the screen for Beal. Morris outside. Back to Beal. Outside Porter. Puts up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porter's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Washington. The Hawks trail by 6. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Over Wall. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Wall passes to Gortat. Passes it to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Porter. And stolen by Prince. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Count the basket and the foul. Morris. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Chris McCullough, he's checked in for Washington. And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. When you remember, you had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
Now here's Wall after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Prince against Porter. Here's Schroeder. That's tipped. Outside, Wall. Shoots over Schroeder. Nice touch on the bank shot. 14 points for Wall.
And the tight defense there only seems to increase Wall's focus. Gives him a little extra lift on the jumper.
Collins a screen on Porter. Bazemore. Gortat with the block. Porter kicks to Beal. Shoots over Bazemore. Rebound Atlanta. Prince outside. He dishes it to Schroeder. Great D that time from Beal.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Wide open look. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The Hawks trail by 3. Bazemore misses.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Mahinmi's checked in for Chris McCullough. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
There's Schroeder. And the shot goes down. Schroeder's got 10 points in just the second half.
There's no doubt that Schroeder is not the first option, but he's still an option. Great confidence there and a big shot.
Wall against Schroeder. Now here's Wall. Guarded closer. No good from 11 feet.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
But they get it back. Mahimi kicks to Gortat. Left side, Beal. It's good. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 5. 43 seconds left in the game. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Markieff Morris.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
Now here's Bazemore. He's covered by Beal. Baseline try. Connects. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's just a big boy shot from Bazemore. Talk about being cool in a clutch moment.
Back to Wall. It's good.
Cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 5. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Shot from the inbound and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Nice to see a young player like Schroeder step up, show some confidence, and get a huge basket for his ball club. Energizes the entire team.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Yeah, easy to appreciate Wall, an all-star caliber talent who just fills up the stat sheet.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Time working against them here.
Got to grab a quick score and a foul, and even then it might be too late.
Rebound, Washington. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
Collins kicks it to Bazemore. From deep, Prince, and no good. And so Washington takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Marcin. A strong game defensively. How important is that communication between the front court and the back court?
obviously we're going to be a better team if we're going to continue to talk like this defensively. You know, we inform each other about screens and cuts. And, you know, it was a lot of different schemes we're supposed to do today. That's why, you know, all 5 guys were talking, and that was crucial today.
Well, it showed up on the floor, March. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.